Hello, all you beautiful, handsome people. Morgan Franklin, Atlas Trust Real Estate. So a question that I've gotten an just unbelievable amount of times in the last few weeks is around schools. And since I have just gone through this, I'm currently in the moving process specifically to get into a school district, because I don't know if you've looked at private schools, but they're not cheap. On the cheap end, $7,000 to $10,000. Some of the more expensive private schools in town are $20,000 to $25,000 a year per student. So with that in mind, a lot of people, especially, with younger children, are thinking about that next move, sell this house, move into the next house. And a big question is, what is a good school district? And my clients constantly ask me, what school district do you like? What do you think is a great school district? And I can't answer that question. It's actually against realtor rules to answer that question, but what I can do is equip my clients with information and resources provided from the state of Kentucky, as well as other online resources to help them better understand what how a school is performing and whether or not they should send their child to that school, which is completely their decision. So I've put together a list of resources, and this is all going to be linked down in the description below. The first thing is, in Fayette County, what are the school districts and what address does this school go to? Because the school districts that are advertised on a listing aren't necessarily guaranteed, so it's up to the home buyer to verify. And so if you go to the district maps and locator, which is going to go to the Fayette County Public School website, click on that link. You can put in an address anywhere in Fayette County, and it's going to tell you the elementary, middle, and high school that address feeds to. And then from there, you can do a little research on what school, whether or not that school is performing well, whether or not you think you like it. And so I'm going to put in the Kentucky report card, which is a state website, and it's going to take you to the Kentucky State Department of Education, and you can see all the standardized test results for a specific school. There's also going to be, from that same database, I think that's where it's coming from, Kentucky.com, the Herald Leader has put together an aggregator for proficiency scores from standardized tests. You can click on that and you can search by a school district, or you can search for a specific school within a district, and you can get ratings and test results and everything you need to know from there. And then this is a third-party rating system, and I don't understand how their algorithm works, but if you look at their rating, which is from 0 to 10, if you look at their rating, it pretty closely correlates with the scorecard results. So I'm sure it's something like that, but I don't know how it works. But it's kind of like the Zilla Z estimate. It's not always right, but it's usually a pretty good indicator, a good majority of the time, of whether or not that's going to be a high testing school. But again, this is 100% up to you, the home buyer. I cannot provide this information or give you an opinion one way or the other. But I have got all this great information down below. And so if you're thinking about moving and you want to learn a little bit more about school districts and how a school is performing, this is a great resource. Also, you can learn about redistricting at the Fayette County Public School website, which is also linked down below. As somebody who just went through this, I fretted over this. I spent a ton of time doing research. And another great thing is, once you identify a school or two that you think you really, really like, go set an appointment, meet with the principal, meet with the teachers. You can do this. Just, don't expect to just show up and meet with somebody. Call the school and set a time to take a tour, to really understand how they approach education, what's important, and get to meet the administrators and possibly a teacher or two is a great way to determine whether or not you think that school would be a good fit for your child. This is something that's super important, and you should really do your due diligence. Unfortunately, a lot of people spend more time researching the car they're going to buy versus the school that their child's going to go to that could potentially determine the rest of their future. So I hope you guys check out those resources, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Shoot me a private message, whatever you guys want to do. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions around any of this. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.